Hey everybody, thanks for joining us again. So today we're going to work on Bob's Jeep again. Seems to be the theme lately.
But the pile's getting, I mean, it's not small, but it's getting smaller.
We're going to make big changes now.
I know a lot of people have been commenting on a few of the videos that we've been posting on, you know, get to this, get to that, and
everybody wants the big things. Everybody wants the big things, right? They want the lift kit, they want the tires, wheels, and they want the axles and all that stuff.
But a lot of the stuff, you know, we're still waiting on. It's all been back. A lot of it's been ordered. Most of it, pretty much all of it, actually, has been ordered. It's just back.
Due to COVID, we are waiting on some certain items. We do finally have ETA on the last few items we're waiting on. But a lot of the little stuff we're doing too kind of lays the groundwork for some of the big stuff we're getting ready to do. And the big stuff is coming really quickly. We're actually going to be working on that all this week. So the big stuff is here. We're doing it. It'll be fun.
And we have a deadline. Because I know we've kind of hinted, but Ken and I are going on another trip.
Well, we're going to be going on a trip. So this deadline is pretty fierce. We have to make it. It's important that we make it. Only because, well, we want to.
Well, and I got to use my vacation by the end of the year, so.
There's that. My boss is kind of cool. I can just go. But so today, what are we going to do, Bob?
Today we are putting in my ARB twin air compressor.
Yep.
And hooking it up, I would imagine, right? We're not putting it in.
No, we're going to hook it up. We're going to hook it up and run it. So what we got today, we got a hold of a company called Innovative JK Products. Cool company. They
not just JK stuff?
They don't make just JK stuff. But we got a hold of them. They make a nice bracket that goes under the seat. It's under the seat twin air compressor mount. It's nothing extravagant. It's just a bunch of plates and some hardware. But it's so dang cheap, it's not worth me fabricating it and getting it all powder coated. So we got the couple plates. Comes a little bit of hardware. I don't know that we're going to necessarily use those.
And the instructions.
Comes with instructions.
With pictures.
Just another man's point of view, though. We don't need that stuff around here. Every time I look at instructions, Bob puts it in the video for you. But
just another man's point of view, we don't need it. But and then fast forward 5 minutes later, you're reading. Not always. I just like to point that out when you do.
You're just not nice to me sometimes.
It's sometimes just for new products that we've not seen in person before. It's really what it is.
This we have used, though. We've used these.
Use them for reference.
We've used these on a few JLs. Like we just said, we're going to use the ARB twin compressor. You can use the single compressor with his up-down air kit that we're running. He has that in his TJ and it works fine. But I mean, bigger's better, right? So
why not?
I mean, I grew up watching a TV show where Tim Allen just touted that all day long. Yeah. So there's your twin compressor. Like I said, the single will work fine. Comes with filters. Comes with all your wiring stuff. All your switch control stuff, but because we have the MLC6, a lot of this we're not going to use.
And we, I think, already will have released that video, so I will link that above. But yes, we are going to be wiring it right into the MLC6 switch panel, along with other things to come.
Yes. I don't know that we're going to get to those other few things before our trip. It all just depends on how fast everything else happens. But
some things will be connected to those.
Some things will be.
Switches.
So we are preemptively planning on someday both of our electronic lockers and these JL axles being junk because, well, to be really frank, the factory has never made a good e-locker in their life, and I highly doubt they've started today. So being that we are anticipating at some point having them fail, when I say anticipating, we're just waiting.
I mean, we are going to use them, and you know.
And I drive harder than you do.
Well, and you drive a lot harder than I do.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. The more you use them, the more they're going to wear out. And like you said, they're not necessarily the strongest things.
No. So we know at some point these JL axles that we're working with for his Jeep and for my Jeep, that they're going to fail. So preemptively, just to get ahead of the ball game, because it's easier to package all this at once, I bought the ARB manifold to go with this compressor. What the manifold does allows me to eventually take out the e-lockers and put ARB air lockers in when they do fail. Now we're not going to spend the $2,000 to buy the air lockers today. We'll do it when they fail because we don't really care. You know, when the e-lockers fail, they pretty much, as long as they don't completely explode, you can still drive in two-wheel drive or, you know, at least unlocked in the front or rear, whatever happens. So we can at least finish our trip. And when we get home, then it's already here. All we can do is slap solenoids on, install air lockers in. So we're just going to do this ahead of time just because we can and we want to.
We're in there, might as well.
Because I chose to. Comes with a braided line to hook at your compressor, comes with all your fittings, all your crap. Like I said, compressor comes with all the wiring. I'm not going to use most of it. And the other thing we're going to do We got an air compressor, so we bought the air kit that is sold by ARB. It comes with an air chuck, comes with an air line, comes with little fittings. So like you could blow up an air mattress, you could blow up a basketball, you could
bike tires,
blow up bike tires, whatever you want. It's good for when you're camping with the kids, even not necessarily wheeling stuff. And then like even if you were doing some wheeling, you had to crawl underneath your Jeep to do some crap. It has a little air blower. You can actually blow all the sand and dirt off you before you got in the Jeep or something. So not using it to air the Jeep tires up, but multi-purpose for a lot of other things.
Absolutely.
Just kind of like a Swiss Army of tools. So we decided just to buy all the ARB crap and get it over with.
It's like the convenience package.
Yeah.
Upgrade to your compressor.
Yeah, it's literally just it's like they're like $40 or something. I mean, they're super cheap. Why would you not do that? That's just ridiculous. So let's open the door and rip the seats out and put this damn thing in.
Fun stuff. All right, so a little update. We saw Eric diligently working.
Yeah. It's a lot of tedious work to do this air system. The air system's a whole lot of work.
Currently diligently working underneath the Jeep.
It's not necessarily hard work. It's just really extremely tedious to get the compressor under the seat with the manifold and the air inflation valve and all that crap. To fit onto the seat, it's just a lot of work. It's kind of hard to video.
Yeah. Not a lot of good angles, not a lot of light.
Not enough room for two people. So we've been showing you some little snidbits of what he's got going on.
Also not following the recommended routing of the airlines and whatnot because, again, future plans for what we're doing here won't allow. So a lot of finagling, some drilling, things that aren't necessarily normally required, I would say.
I would say that's why a lot of times why we don't do install videos is because I don't ever do anything the way I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
Because
you do it the way you're supposed to, knowing your plans for the future.
Yeah, that's
right?
exactly it. So like I'm not going to follow instructions for today because I know what I have to do in the future and something's going to be in the way or I'm going to have to remodify it then. So I might as well just do it now.
Yeah.
So a lot of like we've had a lot of you guys say like how come you don't do instructional videos? I don't want to.
Yeah.
That's actually not fun. We do this because we're having a good time. We're just enjoying what we do. But also a lot of the stuff I'm doing you probably would never have to do unless you're doing all the stupid crap that we do.
Right.
And
that's what it is, right?
I would just say a lot of people aren't going to be doing the stuff.
A majority of what we do, like on our own personal Jeeps, isn't going to be what everybody's going to be doing, right? So you're probably going to follow the instructions where we don't.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
So,
that's all it is. It's not that what the instructions say is wrong.
Right.
It's just not correct for our application.
Absolutely.
There's a difference.
Absolutely. So where are we at on this this air compressor?
So the compressor's virtually ready to go in. We got everything kind of modified a little bit. We got to figure out some air filter routing. We're not going to leave the air filters under the seat. They're just kind of sitting there for the moment. But we are going to take these off. We're going to put some fittings in here, and we're going to reroute this is the air breather for the compressor. We're going to reroute those up into a very, very high location. We don't want the air filter intake right underneath the seat, just because at some point this thing might turn into a little blue submarine. And that being the case, we don't want to tear up our compressor. So we're going to relocate our air filter intake. Where? I don't know yet. We're going to figure that out when we get there.
Part of the fun, right?
Part of the fun. But so other than that, this is almost ready to go in. We're just kind of running some air lines right at the moment, and we can get this thing bolted in.
All right, so Ken, we have completed this ARB install.
Yes. By we mean Eric.
By we mean Eric has completed this ARB.
I've been working on stuff for a different video.
Correct. And
Yep.
I got dirty a little bit today.
You've been videoing. That's your job.
I also ate.
Well, if we all ate.
Anywho, so we're in the back of my Jeep.
ARB is right next to my feet. It's done. It works. It's pretty sweet, actually. It's nice that you can fit so much in such a little space.
It is.
And we are talking about an air compressor.
And we are talking about an air compressor, which is right down here
Yep.
by Ken's feet.
Pow.
I don't know if you can even see that.
Probably not.
Let's get some light down there. There it is.
So the beauty of this setup is the fact that it's under the seat. That's dead space. We're not going to put anything there anyways, so it's a great location to put a device of this nature. It keeps out the elements. It's in a concealed area, so you're not dealing with all the elements and all the crap that you probably normally deal with if you're under the hood or under the rear of the vehicle.
And
or something
honestly,
of
with
nature.
the up-down air system that we installed, it really, I mean, like you said, you might as well keep it out of the elements. It doesn't have to be in any particular location because
Nope.
don't need to hook anything up to it to
Nope.
up down air down or air up. So.
Nope. It's really a great place to put it. I have the compressor in the same exact location in my jail, and it's worked fabulous. I love it. Technically, yeah, I mean, it does make some noise when you're using it, but only when you're using it, and we're only using it to air up our tires and stuff. So it's
And
not
I'm
like you're
not sitting in the Jeep when I'm airing up typically
No,
anyway.
that's what I'm saying.
so.
So we don't really care. It's nice to be able to have it out of the elements. So I really like that. Again, that JK Innovative Solutions, you know, they have that mounting plate. There's several different companies that make mounting plates that go down there. They all kind of do it a little bit different way. They all charge a little bit different money, whatever. Pick your poison and go with it. So, I don't know. Fun video. Fun install. We're going to get to use the crap out of that in just a little while here when we go on our trip.
So yeah, anyway, subscribe, follow along, and we will
Continue.
continue and see you next week.